Hi, welcome back. I'm the Irish Film Critic, and today I'm going to talk to you about a film that I actually like for a change. I know the last few films I've done have been pretty much about the films I hate, but I don't want my show to be all about negative films, because let's face it, that's pretty much being done all over the internet anyway. Like all these reviewers always do the films they hate because, well, let's face it, when you review a film that you hate, the review is funnier. But I want to try and do something different, and the one I want to talk to today is a forgotten classic, The Rocketeer. Now, when I say forgotten, I mean forgotten. No one talks about this movie anymore. It bombed at the box office when it came out. But I purely believe that to be a case of just bad marketing, which is a shame because this movie was great. It had a great cast, it had great action scenes, it had a great story, and it had a great feel of 1930s Hollywood. So, like I say, it's quite a shame that it bombed. But anyway, let's talk about The Rocketeer. So I'm going to talk to you about the cast. Bill Campbell plays Cliff Secord, aka The Rocketeer, who is the main hero of the film, of course, and he is dating none other than the always beautiful Jennifer Connelly, who's playing Jenny Blake, who's a wannabe actress whose work will eventually lead her to Neville Sinclair, played by former 007 actor Timothy Dalton, but he is also secretly a Nazi spy.
Nothing's gonna happen with me and my boys until you tell me exactly why this merchandise is so important to the feds.
I wonder why he was there. Maybe Hitler thought the key to world domination was taking over Hollywood. The man was a bigger genius than we thought. Anyways, Cliff comes into possession of the rocket, which was stolen from its owner by the mob. Obviously it didn't go too well in escaping with it, which is why Cliff has it. And him and his friend Peabody, played by Alan Arkin, go to test it first.
Peeping the steak.
Did that rocket have a mind of its own? You know, where it just flew out straight and then it decided to come back and coincidentally land in the same area that they're in? I can't explain that either. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Neville Sinclair is after the rocket for himself, so he can bring it back to Germany, I guess. The mob haven't been able to bring it back. The mob's leader, Eddie, played by Paul Sorvino, tells him that he'll bring it back if he triples his price. I don't think that's going to go down too well with a Nazi. So Neville Sinclair sends his right-hand man, Luthor, to go search for it himself. Whoa, what steroids is he taking?
What do you want?
Where is it?
Where's what?
The rocket.
I don't answer to nobody but Eddie Valentine.
So Cliff decides to crash an Errol Flynn style movie that Neville Sinclair and Jenny are making while he's looking for Jenny, because they had a fight, but she was upset with him over not telling her about the little crash that he had. So he goes there to try and apologize, but tells her about a rocket that he came into possession of, which is overheard by Neville Sinclair, and like any other actor would do, would pick her out to take her out on a date.
I've got a regular table at the South Seas Club if you're not too bored with the South Seas Club.
Of course, how can you turn down Timothy Dalton, you know, 007? But little does Jenny know, Sinclair is going to use her to get the rocket off Cliff.
Well, I'm digesting.
The mob, however, pay Cliff a visit, they're looking for the rocket too. However, they manage to fight their way out, and Cliff, knowing his girlfriend's nature, goes off to get her. But there's something wrong with the rocket.
Hold on. You're leaking like a sieve here.
You must have picked up a ricochet. If you hit that button, we'd be all over the map by now.
Well, can you fix it?
I could have had a couple hours.
Peavy, we don't have a couple of minutes. Come on, we need something quick.
Let's see if our luck's still holding. Go on.
So, Cliff once again becomes the Rocketeer to save her.
It's the flying man.
It's the Rocketeer.
He keeps putting us on, but he keeps making an ass of himself. I don't know, here's my mashup of these scenes, like with some funny music. Unfortunately for Cliff at this moment, he gets surrounded by the bad guys, but, as always, comes up with a perfect solution for an escape.
Don't go, Jenny. Our evening's just begun.
So, Sinclair has kidnapped Jenny. God knows what he has planned, but tries to charm her with a dress.
I finally played a scene with Neville Sinclair.
Wow, maybe he should have bought her red. It is here that Jenny, while trying to escape, discovers something truly awful about Neville.
A what? Spy? Saboteur? Fascist?
Nothing like James Bond at all.
All of the above. Lothar.
Coming towards the end of the movie here now. Cliff and Peabody have been summoned by Howard Hughes, played by Terry Quinn, who you may remember as playing Locke in Lost. He tells Cliff that he wants the rocket back, but Cliff has other plans.
Hey! No guns!
The son of a bitch will fly.
So, Cliff once again becomes the Rocketeer to go and save Jenny. And all of a sudden there's a professional flying it. Okay.
Take the rocket off. Carefully.
First you let her go.
Obviously they try to negotiate their way around this little mess that they're in. You know, Sinclair wants the rocket, Cliff wants Jenny. He won't give the rocket until he gets Jenny. He won't give back Jenny until he gets the rocket. It's all going to become a big mess, you know it is. So, no one plays fair. Not Cliff, not Sinclair, and not even Eddie.
Oh, come on, Eddie. I'm paying you well. Doesn't matter who I work for.
It matters to me. I may not make an honest buck, but I'm 100% American. And I don't work for no two-bit Nazi. Let it go.
Aw, mob boss with a heart. So after all hell breaks loose, Sinclair and co escape in a Zeppelin of all things, and the Rocketeer goes after them.
Up on the dome! It's him! It's the Rocketeer!
Inside, the Nazis start fighting with each other. I don't know why. Like, it's just a cliched Nazi stereotype on film. You know, with the dark coat, the glasses, and the hat. We've seen them in everything. I think it all started with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Some weight.
You actor!
Did he just say that? You actor? And clearly it offended Neville Sinclair. I mean, look at his reaction. And then he goes and shoots the bastard afterwards. That would be like if me and the anime critic were having an argument in a big dark room, like, and it went like this.
Everything I say to you is always a complete lie. You never take what I say on board, and you're just too...
But you are just always pressing the matter all the time. Like, you never let me a chance to explain what I want.
Shut the fuck up. You're a stubborn git. No one even cares what you say.
Listen here, like, this is my house. You can't talk to me like that in here, you know.
Hey, I can talk to you however I want. It's called freedom of speech.
Why? Why? Look, you're just an asshole. You know that?
Hey, what are you? You're just fucking film critic.
So Luther goes up on top to stop the Rocketeer, but of course is useless as always. Then the Rocketeer comes down, takes out the bad guys, and is then forced to hand over the rocket. But, you know, like you saw from earlier, the rocket is damaged. So he takes apart, like, little to Neville Sinclair's knowledge. So once a fight breaks out, Jenny then makes the mistake of firing a flare gun inside a hydrogen-filled Zeppelin. So, with the Zeppelin burning, Sinclair then puts on the rocket and then makes his final goodbyes.
I miss Hollywood.
I don't think so.
Oh no! I'm not gonna miss Hollywood! So Cliff and Jenny try to escape, but Luther stops them. Oh no! The rope! If only I had something sharp to cut it with! So that's it, you know, Cliff and Jenny make it. Howard Hughes and Peabody come in and save the day, and they all live happily ever after. Which is pretty much what does happen. This film doesn't get a sequel. You know, like I say, it bombed. They did plan a sequel, but, you know, the poor revenue it got, like, it meant that it couldn't, you know, really justify it afterwards. So, that's The Rocketeer. Yes, it was a colossal bomb at the box office, which is a shame, because this is such a great movie. The cast was great, you cared about the characters, the pacing was great, the action scenes were great. Like, it was one of the most fun films I had ever seen in the pictures. It was one of the earliest ones I've seen in the movies, actually, because 1991 I think it was. Yeah, it actually sold to a sold out audience back then. I very much remember it. I would think it would be a movie that would deserve a remake of some kind, if they did it right, of course. And you know, if they did it right, that means like it could be good and gain more sequels after that. And you know, everyone on the film itself, like, you know, still had very successful careers. Well, apart from the main hero, who you never really hear much about these days. But it was well for everybody else. Alan Arkin, Timothy Dalton, Jennifer Connelly. It's a shame, that's all. It was a good film, deserved better. So, with that said, I'm the Irish Film Critic. Till next time. For fuck's sake, you're nothing but an asshole.
Oh, I'm an asshole?
Huh.
You're just a fucking film critic?
You both are largely inadequate.